The race is going to be in Houston, Texas this year. First off, should I look at you or should the camera? Okay. Yeah, first off, the race is going to be in Houston, Texas this year, the Shell Eco Marathon. And kind of to paint a picture of what the race is like, I've heard it from spectators at the race in the past that it's more like a futuristic race in that you get all different kinds of cool-looking cars. Sometimes we get people that say, yours looks like a space shuttle or something like that. But there's a lot of different types of alternative energy fuel cars that run. And basically what they'll do in downtown Houston is close off a section of downtown Houston where we'll run around downtown Houston, and that's where we'll compete.
And it's kind of funny because it's not speed, it's overall distance.
Yeah.
It's kind of changed.
Yeah, it really has nothing to do with speed. In kind of essence of the race, it's who can get the most equivalent miles per gallon. So what they basically do for solar, for instance, is they take the energy in a gallon of gas and they take how much energy you used and convert that to a miles per gallon equivalent. So.
Just the minds that can be able to do this. I'm sure there are different avenues, like you guys are solar, and I assume some other ones as well. Different avenues you can go down as far as making the car visible?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Is there a different avenue you can go down? Is it like solar's down here?
Yeah.
Somebody might choose wind or the other?
Yeah. No, there's many different kind of pathways you can take in approaching the race. There's many different divisions. For instance, we of course pick solar, but there's fuel cell, hydrogen fuel cell. There's gas-powered cars. Basically, if you have an idea, and Shell's very open to any different kind of alternative energy, the race is basically just to promote and show the viability of alternative energies in the future.
I see the hardware over there on the table, the 2009 first place prototype.
Yeah, Pulsar here, which is our most recent car, if you will, is the one that's competed in the Shell Eco Marathon over the past couple of years. We've had great success with it. The first time we raced it was in 2008. It, in fact, got first place with an equivalent of about 2,800 miles per gallon. Brought it back the next year after some, I'd say, major improvements with efficiency and all that, and almost topped the 5,000 mile per gallon mark. So that's where we're at as a team. In the future, we're going to compete in what's called the urban concept category, which is a little bit more of a contemporary group in that you'll see cars that look more like today's vehicles on the road with a little bit of a twist, if you will, and that's something we're looking forward to. Of course, we'll still stay solar, but our car will look a lot more like a contemporary vehicle in that, basically anyone of any size can fit in the vehicle.
That's absolutely amazing. And part of the avenue, just the fact that you guys, this is through school and things like that, it's more or less a serious type venture you guys are doing, but it's got to be fun too.
Yeah.
Designing cars,
Yeah, I mean, anyone that's part of our team, first off, chooses to be. Of course, everyone's got the priority of doing well in classes and trying to finish their major and all. But Purdue Solar Racing, we try to structure ourselves like a corporation in essence, because it's to take on a project, in a $100,000 project such as this, you got to have organization, and the students that do it, we all love it. We do it because we have a passion for it, not because we have to. And I think that's one of the upsides of the club, in that we can really put our true passion into the design and follow it all the way through the design and the build phase and into the racing of the vehicle.
How competitive is it? When you get down there, is there one certain group, one certain school, one certain whatever? You're looking forward to beating, taking on, they've got the best.
Yeah, it is a competitive event, of course, and I'm a competitive person, so I like to. I don't like to lose in essence, but I don't think anyone does. But when you get down there, it's you see the Big Ten schools such as Penn State, and it's always good to see the Big Ten at the top and them doing well. And it is nice to know that you can design one of the best vehicles out there. But when it comes down to it, when you get down there, it's you've got the competitive atmosphere, but it's more of teams helping teams to compete, because The overall kind of structure of the event is to prove the viability of alternative fuels and alternative energy, and we're not out there to necessarily do one over or try to up someone else. It's more of trying to in the end come together and come up with the best solution for the future.
Yeah, that was my next question. I mean, it's like a Pinewood Derby of sorts for the Cub Scouts type thing, where it's a fun thing, but it's also serious because one of the cars, especially the urban variety you guys are thinking about doing, we could be on the road one day. I mean, it's such a cool thing and incredible shell for you guys up to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so neat, and it's got to be cool for you guys to think that maybe one of these cars you're designing one day be on the streets.
Yeah, I mean that's the hope. As far as Purdue Solar Racing goes, we have the hope of trying to get our goal is to get the electric motor out there, because the electric motor in a sense is so much more efficient than any internal combustion motor or any other kind of engine you're going to see out there. So whether that motor's propelled by solar or provided its energy by solar or fuel or some other terms of alternative energy, that's not the main concern right now. The main concern for our team is trying to just provide for the electric motor and promote the electric motor in a sense, and I think you're starting to see that more in today's world. But as far as seeing one of our cars out on the market one day, I really think the design is something that we see the automobile industry moving towards, the hybrid aerodynamic electric vehicle design, which is good to see in a sense, because it means that even at this level we're trying to make an impact, and it is making an impact on the future.
Anything else you'd like to add? Anything else I should ask?
Yeah. As far as funding the club goes, of course, like I said, we operate like a corporation in that we have our electrical team, our mechanical engineering team, our aeronautical engineering team. But another aspect that goes a long way is our marketing team. In that, without our sponsors, we've got corporate sponsors from Exelon Nuclear to Lockheed Martin, but the schools of engineering throughout Purdue University and the school as a whole has been a significant contributor to our success. The School of Mechanical Engineering is one of our top sponsors here at Purdue, along with the Office of the Provost. So without all the schools, really, it wouldn't be an endeavor that we could take on.